as you went through this particular part of the activity?
We're not delighters.
Yeah.
Well, some of the stuff is.
I disagree. I think if you look at it from the standard, maybe not in Jackson, but in Memphis, of what they get from other body shops as of what they get when they come to ours, I disagree.
I think that we have, I think what it shows to me, my perception is we only have certain opportunities to be the lighters. There's a lot of things that are just basic things that are beyond our control. You know, I mean, yeah, I mean, sometimes, I mean, the call center, them talking to insurance companies, pulling up in your part, I mean, you can only control that so much, but once you get in front of the customer, that's when you have to delight them. So your opportunity to become delighters through their eyes is, you know, Mars affairs and all.
Well, it depends on the customer too. Some people expect you to call them every day, and some people
Don't want it.
Some people don't even be bothered until their car's actually done.
So what does that mean that you have to do then?
Figure out a different way.
You have to read the customer.
Read the customer, figure out a different way. Yeah.
Just resell them good when they pick it up. You know, say, oh, look, I know you didn't want us to call you, which that's fine, but I want you to know we took care of your vehicle like we told you to do.
So if there are only certain places that you can bump that up from maybe a 1 to a 2 or a 2 to a 3, where do you think those places might be?
And face to face. What do you mean? Yeah, I mean, when you're in front of them, we're on the phone with them, but your first initial contact face to face is going to be your best opportunity.
Yeah, that first impression.
Yeah.
QC, prep for delivery, and that, you know, if you go that extra mile, you can probably get a wow out of that.
Yeah, especially if you do anything extra. Remember we talked earlier about some of the really good ideas that other collision shops are using, such as putting a thank you note on the mirror or even on their front seat with everybody in the collision shop that actually touched that car, whether it be in the detailer or the estimator or the CSR. If you all write your name, going back to my church example, we used to get birthday cards. Everybody in the membership used to get a birthday card when their birthday rolled around, and every single person that was on staff signed it. And some of them would put little special notes, and some of them just sign your name, but you would know that those people each took a minute to sign their name, and it really made you feel special. I mean, it doesn't take much time, doesn't take a whole lot of money, but it can take that from a satisfier to a delighter very easily. So, what else? Where else might you be able to?
Like she said, the time of delivery, I think that's your last initial contact, and I think that's just, when you're talking to someone, you remember the last person, unless they just made this huge impact, you remember the last thing that they said, they're the last person, so I think that's where you can become. So I was telling them on the papers with the blue, I fold them up and I write thank you on there and a little smiley face. It's kind of corny, but
I like smiley faces.
you know.
Smiley
We
faces do
enjoyed
a lot for
having you
me.
here. That was, you know, my way
Right.
of telling them
Good. Yeah, great idea.
I think it's just sometimes it's just as simple as doing what you tell the customer you're going to do.
That's right.
Like if they have a bulb out, their left tail lights out, you know, call them and tell them you took care of it, you know?
Yeah.
Just little
Because
stuff
if
like
you
that.
don't, I guarantee
You
that
don't
I'll
hear
look
it,
at the $10,000
Don't offer it as an additional service you're going to take care of and then totally forget when you pick it up. Because even if you do it, you're like, oh, hold on, let's say, no, like, oh my God, man.
Exactly.
That's the first thing you're going to look for.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of this, if you look at a lot of these steps and these touch points, the place that you make the most impact is that interaction.
Yeah.
It's how do we address them? One of the things that Chip was talking about, if you don't mind sharing the way that you update people, you asked me the question.
Oh, no, it's not me. It's something that the company's fixing to start doing.
Okay.
And I was just telling her about this automated email that they'll be getting throughout the repair process, and I asked her, because at the beginning of them doing that, when they gave that sheet out, I thought, man, if I have a customer where I talk to you this morning and I tell you your car's going to be done at 5:30, and as I move your car throughout the repair process, it shoots you an email and you get
25 texts.
7 a day. You know, I asked Sharon, I said, would that bother you? And she said, depending on how you get it, you know, she's a texter, she likes texting, so if it shot a text at 2 that said your car's moved into paint or moved into reassembly, she thought it would be neat. So
I think it would be cool. I mean, I think it would be really cool if, you know.
It's kind of good to hear that too.
Good morning,
Honestly,
guess what, your
it's gonna be
car's
nice.
in the paint shop today. I'd be like, oh, that's pretty cool. You know, just letting me know these things, because it's sort of like, that's my baby, and it's like you're taking care of, it'd be like a pet. Like if you sent your dog to the vet, wouldn't it be great if your vet would let you know if it was having some sort of an operation? Wouldn't it be great to have the
Yeah.
vet call you every so often? And I
Yeah,
know they get
that's
busy, but
But you have to educate the customer. That goes back to us educating them properly, because some customers are on the opposite ends of the spectrum. They have a train wreck that they think should be fixed in 2 days.
right.
And they have a 1 or 2 day job they think should be 2 weeks. So if you do that and say you get it done in a day and a half, 2 days, you're like, man, y'all rush through that, y'all was gonna have this
Yeah.
job.
Right.
So set their expectation with the friend and listen, we're not gonna need this a very long time.
Yeah.
We've got ships running and
Yeah.
we've got the materials here on hand, and we're not gonna have to wait on parts. So this is gonna go pretty fast, so don't be surprised if.
Call you tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly. So-
Yeah, it's all about education, isn't it? All about education. Okay,
Right.
so let's capture some of your ideas then in terms of taking things from, you know, a basic to a satisfier to a delighter. We talk about having little control over the insurance company, but when they come into your shop, when they enter the parking lot, what are some things that you can take it to the next level?
Meet them with their car. Although I did try that one time, I had an old man slam the door back on me and said he wasn't ready to get out yet.
Oh, no. But it was a thought that counts. I bet he would have.
That was embarrassing.
Oh, was it?
I opened the door up and said, how you doing, sir?
It's
I'm
kind of
not
like,
ready to
you
get
kind of in
out.
your face a little bit too much. Let me get out of the car.
That's Mississippi for you.
I would say he's the exception to the rule.
You at least open the door for them, that's enough. I mean, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
open the door. Do you mean the car door or the front door?
Both.
Front door, either
Okay.
one. I mean, if you can, you move a little too slow, and you can't get to the door at the way up, just open the front door of the shop. I was
Yeah.
trying to get out of the parking lot a little too quick.
Yeah.
I'm too slow.
Do you know, another shop that I worked with came up with the idea of, you know, do you remember, well, some of you probably don't remember this, but for the older ones of us, you remember going into a gas station
Yeah,
and the thing
full
that you, the rubber thing and
Yeah,
the
ding,
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 ding, ding?
yeah.
Yeah. They were gonna put one of those in their parking lot so that they would know when a customer was pulling into their parking lot so that they could run out and greet them.
Well, that's what I thought they had out there when
That's a good idea.
the phone kept going. That's pretty cool, man.
Call it a gas station, and again, we're just thinking outside the box, as many ideas as we can come
You
up
know,
with.
you can even have to go to that extreme. You'd be surprised on standing up. Just stand up. If you're at your desk and they come in on their own, just stand up.
Yeah.
I think something that helps is like, 'cause they do send us their name on the scheduler, and if you guys look at the scheduler, and when they walk in the door,
You realize what it
you
is.
see the car, you know who they are, say,
Yeah.
hey, Miss Jones, how you doing? You here for your
Yeah.
9:30?
Sure.
They're like,
Why? Yeah.
that we really do have our shit together.
You're like, who are you? What? Huh? We didn't know
Well,
that.
and you kind of gave me a look this morning, didn't you? When
Yeah,
I called
yeah.
you by name, she kind of looked at me like,
I
"Don't you
forgot
know my
that
name?"
was
And she
your
forgot
name.
she was wearing the name badge. So I was trying to model the skills a little bit, right? Okay, so what else? What else? We have, walk in the door, writing the estimate.
I like to ride it with them. I like to get them.
Yep.
That double screen would be really good, where they are able to see
Yeah,
our
I'm about to
screen.
order mine, asking forgiveness.
A double screen?
Yeah, with
They can
their
see
screen,
them.
they can see
Yeah.
what we're doing, because
Yeah,
when we're writing, we're all like this.
Uh-huh.
And if they actually have the screen and see what we're choosing and see the car parts and all
Okay.
that, it's kind of, Robert Mahoney is the one that I originally knew of doing it, and I thought it was cool. You know, John.
Yeah,
That
I've
goes
got a
back
double
to what
screen.
you said.
It's a good tool, yeah. Everybody had them over there.
Thank you, Paul Howard.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool though, I mean, to be able to show the customer.
Yep.
And what I meant by writing it with them is, you can't do it with a lot of insurance companies, you get yourself in a pickle, but if you got a customer pay estimate, excuse me, we always have to go off 3 different, aftermarket parts, LKQ parts, OEM parts, and I like to show them all those different options and explain them to them.
Okay.
And let them kind of pick the price that they want.
Okay.
I know that sounds kind of corny, but I mean, really and truly, if you got a customer that's just head over heels with brand new OEM parts that have never been painted. Maybe they don't know the difference between LKQ, you
Right.
know, and a lot of times, you know, they don't have a lot of money. They, you know, didn't want to wreck the car.
Mhm.
So it kind of opens up a door for, you know, just a plain Jane conversation.